Welcome to my channel. In my last lecture, we had covered the basic concept of organizational behavior. And as I said, in this series, we'll be starting with the features of the organization behavior and the various disciplines which contributes in the organizational behavior concept. The different features of organization behavior are: first, as I said in the definition itself, we have covered it in the fundamental concepts as well. Organization behavior is the study of human behavior. It is a study of human behavior in the organizational settings. When the people comes to an organization, they come with a different mindset. They come with a different skill set, interest area, with a different caliber. So whenever they are working in an organization, we study how they, or we understand how they behave in an organization. So organization behavior is a study of human behavior, and it is a study of human behavior within the organization setting. It is a knowledge about human behavior which ultimately will be useful in improving the organization's effectiveness. So when we understand why a person's behave in a particular manner, why or what is the reason he is behaving like this, what is going on, because I already said that there is always a cause and effect relationship between the behavior. In the fundamental concept, we have started this concept also. So whenever we try to understand why a person is behaving like this, definitely we'll have some measures, or we have we'll have something in our hand ki yes, this is a way how we can improve the person's behavior to improve the organization's effectiveness. So if I am behaving in a particular manner, definitely my motivation level will improve, my morale level will improve, my skill set will improve, and ultimately all these things will contribute in my productivity. And ultimately, if my productivity will improve, the organization effectiveness will improve, my organization will grow. So I always say it is a win-win situation for both. When I am giving my 100% to an organization, so I definitely expect that 100% from the organization itself. And in all these things, environment plays a very crucial role. And when I say environment here, environment means the internal environment. Environment means the external environment. Internal environment means the infrastructure, rules, regulation, policies, and systems of the organization. And when I say external environment mean to say my competitors, and external environment means to say the policies of the government. External environment means what other organizations are paying to their employees, because ultimately when I check out, or when I compare at an equity level, I always see ki what I am giving to an organization, what my other colleagues are giving to an organization, or what my friends are doing, and ultimately what all they are getting back. And if I am getting back in equal to what others are getting, or nearly equal to what others are getting, I feel happy at the end of the day. So here the environment plays a major role when it comes to creating an equity between the individuals. What you are giving to an organization, that is your input, and what organization is giving you back. Here the certain roles, or there are specific roles which organizational behavior, or which understanding of organization behavior plays here. So organization behavior offers various ideas, or it gives various ideas to the management as to how human factor, how human beings, how employees should be properly emphasized to achieve the objectives of the organization. First, in this particular concept, we need to understand the human behavior. Organization behavior is nothing but this is understanding of your human behavior in the organization setting. So we try to understand the human behavior at an individual level. And when I say individual level, I need to understand, and we'll be studying in this in my later lecture series also. First, we need to understand the perception of an individual, with which mindset an individual is coming to an organization, an individual's learning aspect, attitude aspect, behavioral aspect, motivational aspect, values aspect. So who you are, from which family background or society you are coming, what skill set you are carrying, what interest areas you have, what financial requirements you have. So each and everything as an individual I need to understand, because ultimately when you are coming to an organization, you are coming to an organization as a whole person with all the positive and negative of yours. So you are you are working, or you will be working as an individual. But definitely individual you are coming to an organization as an individual, but ultimately you have to work with the other people. So your skill set or your interest area should match with the skill set and interest area of the other colleagues of yours, other individuals of your department, so that a proper coordination should be there. There should not be conflict. And definitely you as an individual, when I understand your behavioral pattern with the other employees, when I understand, so definitely at the end of the day you will be working as a group. So you'll be working as a team. आपको एक पर्टिकुलर डिपार्टमेंट में रखा जाता है, एंड इन दैट पर्टिकुलर डिपार्टमेंट your organization expect you to work in coordination with the other employees. Then your behavioral pattern at a group level, when there is an intergroup adjustment. Intergroup means if you are a part of a production department, how you are coordinating with the materials department, how you are coordinating with the finance department. So that is the one aspect of understanding human behavior. In the organization behavior, we have a second aspect, that is controlling and directing your behavior. We have certain powers, we have certain rules and regulations. Under these rules and regulations we are supposed to work, and we need to take the sanctions from the top management ki yes, whether this comes under our preview or not. Then the second thing is leadership. Who your leader is, which directions you are getting from your leader, and how you are working according to those directions. Then communication. There should not be any communication barrier. Commands and direction should be very clear, so that an employee should know, a person should know what is expected out of them and how they are supposed to perform. And ultimate is organizational climate. So if you know what your powers are, you know your leader is very supportive, everything is clear to you, clearly communicated to you, so definitely there will be an organizational climate of support and mutual understanding. And over a period of time you will adapt an organization in the way organization wants you to adopt, right? Then we have important aspect is there are various disciplines which contribute to the organization behavior. In my last lecture series I told you very clearly कि organization behavior concept is not only the concept which has emerged at a stretch or rato rat. So here we have different areas, because organization behavior is an area where we try to understand the human behavior in the organization setting, where we try to understand the human behavior as an individual, as a part of the group, as a part of an organization. So we have taken the concept from the different branches of science. The first branch of science from where we have taken this concept is psychology. Psychology is a branch of science which deals with individuals, which only and only talks about the human being as an individual. So we have taken the concept of learning, we have taken the concept of motivation, which are the part and parcel of organization behavior, personality, emotions, perception, training, and stress from the psychology part. Learning, what an employee learned over a period of time, what are the factors which motivate them to perform, what is their personality, that is sum total of traits, physical and the emotional traits of a person, what your emotions are, what you think and how you think, how much training program, how much training you have taken, or how much skilled you are in a one particular area, and how much stress you can handle or you can deal with. All these things, all these concepts we have taken from the psychology, which ultimately we apply in understanding the concept of organization behavior, or we understand in understanding the concept of human behavior. Then the second branch from which we have taken the concept of organization behavior is social psychology. Social psychology is a branch of science which deals with the group, because ultimately an individual is not only one who is working in an organization. He has to work with the groups, he has to work within the group. So definitely the application of social psychology principle, application of social psychology concept should also be there. So the concept of behavior and attitude, concept of communication, concept of group process and decision making, we have taken from the social psychology. I'll be telling you all these concepts in detail in my further videos, right? Then the third concept or the third science which actually contribute in understanding the various concepts of organization behavior is sociology. As its name says, this is a branch of science which deals with group and organization system. Communication is again one branch. Power, how much power you have, how much power you should have, and how much authority you can use to control the people working in the organization, how to handle the conflict. Definitely, if people are working from the different strata of the society, conflicts are bound to occur. Difference in viewpoints are bound to occur. Then how to manage the intergroup behavior, formal organizational theory, what are the rules and regulation, what policy should be there, because ultimately you are dealing with the person who has a brain and a heart, which ultimately work in coordination with each other. Whereas in organization we need to have certain systems which deals with this brain and heart. You cannot treat employee as a machine. So you need to understand how much power to use, how to handle their conflict, how to manage their behavior when they are working in a group, and moreover we need to keep in mind the organization culture and the change. So sociology is again a branch of science which helps us in understanding the organization behavior concept. And the last branch which actually contribute here is anthropology. Anthropology is a branch of science which deals with the organization. It actually talks about what culture prevails in the organization, what should be an environment. It should be an environment of a cordial relationship, autocratic environment will be there, or a democratic environment will be there, and we need to have the power in our hand, how much and what to deal with it. So anthropology is again a branch of science which helps us in understanding the organization behavior concept. Now coming back to the another part of it, that is importance of organizational behavior for the managers. Till now the concept we have talked about, till now the features of the organization behavior we have discussed, but why it is important to study the organization behavior, why a manager who is a part and parcel of an organization should study this organization behavior concept. Organization behavior provides a useful set of tools at 5 levels of analysis. First, as I already said, it helps us to analyze or understand the behavior of individual within the organization, right? It aids their understanding of complexities involved in interpersonal relation. So first at an individual level, second at an interpersonal level, when two people, it could be co-workers, it could be senior subordinate pair, where they interact. Third aspect here is organization behavior is important to examine the dynamics of the relationship, that is strength of the relationship within small groups, that is informal team and informal group. Formal teams which are bounded by certain authorities, rules and regulations, and informal group which creates automatically when there is an emergency in an organization. When two or more groups need to coordinate their efforts, managers again become interested in the intergroup relations that emerge, because ultimately managers' task is to get the job done from the people. And organizations also viewed and managed as a whole system, because you cannot underestimate a person, you cannot overestimate a person, and over a period of time you need to understand a person as a whole to maintain a good organizational relationship. So understanding of organization behavior is very much important for a manager to manage the people well, effectively and efficiently. Thank you so much. That's all for today. So thanks for sparing your valuable time, and I request you all do like, share and subscribe my channel for the updates. Have a nice day.